What is going on, alpha males? Welcome back to the Alpha Male Podcast, the podcast where we talk about what it means to be a man the right way, made in the image of God, strong, dominant, and in control. And we don't apologize for it. Today is going to be a short, rapid fire episode and a late night edition. I don't know if you guys are digging these late night editions. I usually put these out Saturday night. Just got back from the gym. The wife is out of town, so hanging out with the Rhodesian Ridgeback, Alexander Hamilton. Him and I went out in the wilderness today. Went to the gym tonight, and now we're just kicking it. But I know for large portions of my career, whether it be night ops in the military or working graves as a police officer, or when I was a commander of a tactical team or a team leader on a tactical team, SRT team, to stop active shooters, we worked a lot of night shifts. So I thought maybe some of you alpha males out there are night owls and you would dig these late night episodes. Now, granted, you can listen whenever you want, so I don't know, but maybe you are liking these. If so, please let me know. Like, subscribe, leave a review of the podcast where you can leave comments and reviews. Just say, hey, I like the late night episodes. With it being a short episode, I'll do a short bio. Number one, I am a Christian. God is number one in my life and everything that I do, and this podcast is no different. I am a servant of God and a follower of Jesus Christ, and I don't apologize for that either. I'm a Marine Corps combat veteran, did a couple of tours in Iraq. After that, I was an urban warfare instructor for the Marine Corps, also served in the U.S. Army. Was law enforcement for quite a few years, LAPD, worked regular assignments and more specialized assignments. Been blessed to win more shooting competitions than I can remember. Been a professional big game hunter and guide. As I already mentioned, was blessed to be the commander of a tactical team, SRT team, or a special response team to stop active shooters in a large metropolitan area. I've been blessed to hunt all over this beautiful country. Again, the most alpha male thing about me is that I follow Jesus Christ. Now let's get into today's topic. Alpha boots. That was a quick episode. I'm just going to go over some of my all-time favorite boots. The boots that I was hiking with today, and I think they are my third set of these particular boots, are the Merrell Moabs. They're fantastic boots, and I think for the vast majority of environments, maybe not if I lived in Louisiana or the Arctic Circle, but for most other environments, if it was like the end of the world apocalypse and I had to grab only one pair of shoes, they'd be the Merrell Moabs. They're great for a lot of stuff. They are awesome boots. They're very sturdy, they're very robust, they're good for lots of different environments. They're good for hiking in. They got good ankle stability, at least the ones that I have. They're just a good, solid, all-around boot. And when I got my first pair, I think I bought them used somewhere. They were dirt cheap, and I was like, oh, I'll get these for beater boots. And I got them, they fit, and I put them on, and I was like, wow, what was I doing all those years with those other boots? They're just fantastic. Again, they're the Merrell Moabs. I thought that was for like Moab, like maybe they named them after Moab, Utah. It actually stands for Mother of All Boots, if you care. But if you're looking for a good, manly, all-around pair of boots, these are great. They'd be great in a tactical shooting class. They'd be great sipping lattes with a bunch of yuppies in any kind of outdoorsy town. They're just good all-around boots. They do have the shortcoming in that the soles are tough, which for most people would not matter at all. But if you're trying to sneak up on animals or people, they're not very quiet. That's the one drawback. That's what stops them from being like a perfect boot. I like to do a lot of spot and stalk hunting and still hunting. And for that, the soles on there are loud. I mean, it's hard to walk through the woods quietly with them. So maybe not the best hunting boot. Which brings me to my next boot. And this is the Muck style boots. I have some made by Redhead. I really like them. I think it's my second pair of similar. I don't remember what the brand of the first ones were. The most commonly referred to as Muck boots. I think Muck is actually a brand. The ones that I have, like I said, are made by Redhead, which is made by Bass Pro Shop. And these are my best all-around hunting boots. And not just for hunting in the swamp, not just for crossing a creek. I wear them in Arizona, in Nevada, in Tennessee. They're my best all-around hunting boot. They are quiet. The soles have flex. When you step on a rock or step on a twig, you can generally feel it through the sole of the boot. And they're good for hiking too. You can put a lot of miles on them. They are pretty comfy. Obviously, if you're in deep water, you might want the higher ones. If you are hiking in a hotter environment, I'd say get the low top ones because it actually lets your legs breathe, your feet breathe a little bit. Just simple slip on like the wetsuit neoprene material and then rubber on the bottom. And they're just a simple boot, a fantastic boot, and a very quiet boot. If you're looking for a good woods and hunting boot that's quiet, that's great, that keeps out the elements, keeps your feet warm, but doesn't let them get too hot, but also is great for just walking quietly in the woods. Those muck style boots, and especially the redhead version of them, I think they were like $60 when I got them, and they're fantastic boots. The next ones I'm going to talk about are awesome tactical military police style boots, and they are the Bates Ultralights. As you heard, I have quite a bit of military and police background, and when I'm wearing that kind of uniform, and you could wear these out of that kind of uniform, but they're really made for like uniform boots. The Bates Ultralights are like tactical boots that feel like sneakers. You can run in them like sneakers. They're great. They're lightweight. They're very agile. They're just fantastic boots. And they're the Bates Ultralights. They're literally combat jungle style boots that feel like sneakers. Do yourself a favor if you're in the military and you're wearing whatever boots they issued you, spend a little bit of money, skip going to the bar a couple times, whatever you're doing with your money, and save up that money and get a pair of Bates Ultralights or maybe something very similar. There's probably some other brand that does a similar thing. But those Bates Ultralights are just a game changer especially if you're in like a combat MOS and that kind of world. They're just awesome boots. And if you're looking for a good pair of cowboy boots, I'd recommend from personal experience the Georgia boot, especially if you're in like the South where it's muggy and humid and it's somewhat wet. If you're in like an arid western environment, maybe another thing is better. But I really like the all leather Georgia boot. Here's a good solid well-made leather cowboy boot. With that, men, that'll bring us to the tactical tip of the day. And I guess that'll be more like some tactical wisdom on this episode. The boots, they don't make the man. In fact, that's one of the early episodes. The boots don't make the man. But that's true. Don't ever let your footwear stop you from something you're going to do. If you go to the gym and you forgot your running shoes or whatever, work out in boots. I can't recall the number of days I've worked out in boots or the amount of steps I've run in boots or the hikes I've been on in the desert up mountains with big neoprene rubber muck boots because that's what I had. I wasn't going to let that stop me from doing something. You may not always have the best kit or the right kit, but an alpha male doesn't make excuses. An alpha male gets it done. So get it done, whatever boots you're wearing. Our tactical verse of the day is going to be one of my favorites from Psalm 18. It is God who arms me with strength and makes my way perfect. He makes my feet like the feet of a deer. He sets me on high places. He teaches my hands to make war so that my arms can bend a bow of bronze. Men, thanks for listening. Have a blessed night. If you want more, check out goodshepherdtraining.com.